Well, hello everybody, and welcome to LA Dodger Report. Did you hear the news today? It wasn't very good. Dodgers closer Kenley Jansen forecast to be out at least for 1 month. That's right, folks. 1 month of no Kenley. Now, there's never a good time for an injury, that's for sure, but this is particularly a bad time. The race for first in the National League West is particularly tight. And at a time that the Dodgers should be establishing themselves as the first place team in the division, and making distance between themselves and the other teams, they're going to be having tryouts at closer. So that doesn't look great. So who's going to step in? Who's going to close for the Dodgers? Now, normal first place teams, that's, almost a given that they're going to go to X pitcher. Or is somebody that they just picked up at the trade deadline to bolster their bullpen. But that's not the Dodgers. All year, folks have pointed to the bullpen as being a place for potential trouble and not having a clear bridge to Kenley Jansen. Here we are in August. None of that has been resolved. And now Kenley Jansen, who we were looking for a bridge to, Kenley is now gone. Who is going to even be that ninth inning person? At the trade deadlines, folks were hoping the Dodgers would pick up somebody to help out the bullpen. And the Dodgers did just fine in terms of the offense. They picked up Mario Machado, they picked up Brian Dozier, and they bolstered the offense. But that bullpen went wanting. The Dodgers picked up John Axford from the Blue Jays, but he's one of their reclamation projects that the Dodgers love to pick up. And he didn't turn out too well. In his debut against the Astros, he faced 7 batters, got 1 out, and gave up 6 runs. So even though Axford is an ex-closer, he's clearly not the guy. He is not going to be that go-to person. What about the present bullpen? Well, we do have some guys that are more or less reliable in high leverage situations. You got Scott Alexander, you got Daniel Hudson, you got Dylan Floro. Now these guys have been pretty reliable, when the pressure's on. So what's probably going to happen is the Dodgers are going to go to some kind of tryouts depending upon matchups in the 9th inning, which they love to play matchups anyway. And the Dodgers are probably going to go to that kind of a format. And, whoever the matchups and the situation calls for, boom, that's going to be the guy in the 9th inning. At least until somebody begins to break free and looks like he can shoulder the burden of being a 9th inning closer, regardless of what the upcoming situation is. Who's that going to be? We'll see. Hyun-Jin Ryu is coming off the DL. He's chomping at the bit to pitch. He's been saying he's ready, and the Dodgers tried him out of the bullpen before, but Ryu really wasn't very good. So I don't see Ryu going to the bullpen. But you know who is a good, very high possibility? Kenta Maeda. The Dodgers used Maeda out of the bullpen last season, and Maeda was very successful. He was nails in the World Series, and they probably would have won an extra game had they not yanked Kenta Maeda so quickly with the playing the matchups game. But that's a different topic. My point here is Maeda is the best guy, it looks like, the strongest candidate to come out of the bullpen, face whoever's, coming up, and get the job done in a high leverage situation. So look for Kenta Maeda to be a very high possibility of being that new ninth inning guy. Finally, regardless of how things play out, the Dodgers have a real problem, and it's a team problem that's only going to be solved by the team coming together and everyone doing their part. It's not very good to place extra pressure on yourself, but Dodger offense is going to have to scrap for every extra base hit. They're going to have to scrap for every extra 90 feet between bases. They're going to have to push for that extra one because they don't have the luxury of an elite closer any longer. That run production is going to have to go up. Pitchers out of the bullpen are going to have to become more efficient and possibly pitch an extra inning than they would have normally, because they've just got to shut down the other teams in order to keep the game close, or and give the offense a chance to expand the lead, because they once again they just don't have the luxury of a brilliant closer coming in. And front office team problem, this includes the front office. They can't go slow. They can't just play nice and easy and reclamation project and hope for the best like they have in the past. They're going to have to do their part and more than likely pick up another arm from somewhere. They're out there. They're going to have to get one. Problem for the Dodgers front office now is the Dodgers are in desperation mode. Slight desperation mode, but the Dodgers are now seen as buyers, and this makes it a seller's market. Price for everybody available has just gone up if you're the Dodgers and you're shopping. So there's a lot of unknowns ahead for the Dodgers, but we do know this: they're a strong team, and every now and then the front office does pull a magic move out of their back pocket. So there are possibilities for a good outcome. Go Dodgers. Let's hope for the best, right? And let's cheer for the boys, win or lose. Peace.